Notable examples include their performance in the ODI World Cup Finals in 2005 and 2017, and the T20 World Cup Final in 2020, where they came close to victory but fell short at crucial moments. When we look at the performance of the Indian women's cricket team in major tournaments, the statistics reveal a pattern of reaching but not crossing the final hurdle. Contrast this with Australia, which boasts numerous World Cup victories across both ODI and T20 formats. This stark difference isn't just about on-field tactics, but also reflects the disparity in cricketing infrastructure and support systems between the two nations. India's women's cricket team has had notable near misses in World Cup finals, each loss marked by critical moments that turned the tide against them. In the 2005 ODI World Cup final, India was defeated by Australia by a substantial margin of 98 runs. Australia set a strong total of 215 for 4, driven by a standout century from Karen Rolton. In response, India struggled with their batting, only managing 117 all out. The Indian innings never really got going, with key players getting out cheaply and several runouts hampering their progress. The 2017 ODI World Cup final was a heartbreaker for India, losing to England by just 9 runs in a thrilling match. India was in a commanding position at 191/3, thanks to a strong partnership between Poonam Raut and Harmanpreet Kaur. However, a dramatic collapse ensued, triggered by Anya Shrubsole's exceptional bowling spell, resulting in India losing their last 7 wickets for just 28 runs. This sudden collapse at the end, especially when victory seemed within reach, was particularly painful. These instances highlight key moments where the Indian team struggled to maintain their nerve in crucial phases, a common theme in their blunders in women's cricket at the global stage. Each match showcased a point where India could have clinched the victory but faltered under pressure, emphasizing the need for mental toughness and better finishing skills in high-stakes games. To bridge these gaps, a comprehensive approach is needed. The introduction of the Women's Premier League, WPL, is a positive step, creating a platform similar to the IPL that allows women cricketers to showcase their talent, gain experience, and earn recognition on a larger scale. However, for sustainable growth, continuous investment in grassroots programs is essential. This includes not only providing facilities and equipment, but also ensuring that young girls have access to quality coaching and regular competitive play. Further, enhancing media coverage and marketing of women's cricket can attract more sponsorships, increasing the financial viability of the sport. Encouraging stories of players and their journeys can help change cultural perceptions and inspire a new generation of girls to take up cricket. While both the Indian and Australian women's cricket teams have access to high-quality equipment and training facilities, the performance gap in major tournaments like the World Cup is not merely a matter of resources. Instead, it reflects deeper structural and cultural differences in how cricket is supported and promoted in the two countries. Australia's sustained dominance in women's cricket can be attributed to a long-standing, consistent policy of integrating sports into national culture, which includes gender-inclusive approaches from early education right through to professional levels. This has fostered a highly competitive environment for female cricketers, ensuring a strong pipeline of talent and high-performance standards. In Australia, the Women's Big Bash League, WBBL, which is the premier women's cricket competition, started in 2015. It has played a significant role in enhancing the exposure and development of women cricketers in the region. Conversely, India launched its equivalent, the Women's Premier League, WPL, much later in March 2023. This delay in establishing a robust, competitive league for women in India highlights a key difference in the timeline and intensity of support for women's cricket between the two countries. Australia and England have succeeded in women's cricket largely because they have invested a lot of resources and attention into developing the sport for women from a young age. Here are a few key reasons. Strong domestic leagues. Both countries have strong, well-organized domestic cricket leagues for women. These leagues provide women cricketers with high-level competition and exposure, helping them develop their skills. Support systems. These nations have excellent support systems for female cricketers and medical and fitness support. This professional environment allows athletes to train and perform at their best. Cultural acceptance. This cultural acceptance helps boost the popularity of the sport. Investment and funding. Both Australian and English cricket boards have invested significant money into women's cricket. This funding goes towards everything from grassroots development to international tournaments, ensuring that the sport continues to grow at all levels. Everyone involved in sports, from organizations to fans, needs to tackle gender discrimination and create a more welcoming environment for women in sports. This means the media should also focus on celebrating the achievements of female athletes just as much as they do for male athletes. By sharing and valuing stories of determination, success, and professionalism from women in cricket, we can help bring about positive changes in society and culture. Today's discussion highlights the importance of ethical considerations and cultural support in sports. While infrastructure and training are crucial, the ultimate success of Indian women's cricket will depend on how deeply these ethical reforms are embraced. Thank you for joining us, and let's keep pushing for a more inclusive and supportive sporting culture in India.